So, just doing a video showing you how to interpret data on Google Analytics. So, lots of people use Google Analytics and they don't understand what everything means or what they should be looking at. So, I'm just going to go through some of the basic steps on how to interpret data on Google Analytics. It is fairly simple and easy to use and shouldn't take too long. So, I'm just going to work my way down through all these tabs here. So the first one is real time. So you can click on real time and it opens up various different stuff. Now this is on my own website and it will show you that there has been people on the website over the last half hour. There's no one on there right now, but what it tends to do, it will tell you if there's 5 people on the website just now. It will tell you, where they've came from and all that kind of stuff. You can also drill that down into locations, traffic sources, content that they're on, if you've got any events and any conversions that happened on that website. Now that's all real-time data. Obviously, people have to be on your website right now for that to work. So the next one down is audience overview. You'll be able to see that this is the traffic for the last few days, November the 26th to December the 2nd, and you see that users are there, number of sessions per user, page views, all that kind of stuff, bounce rate, and you can see the users has been a bit, up and down all over the place. There was Black Friday, Cyber Monday on, which is probably why there's a kind of it's slumping back down into normality. I had a Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer on, as I'm sure you'll know, because the course was available on there. So that is the overview. You can obviously see down here, language, country. You can see where most of the traffic comes from is the UK city. So you can drill down into whether that's London or various other cities that are out there. You can also drill down into this data to see what kind of browsers people are using, operating systems, service providers, and the same on mobiles, and it's just mobile operating systems and screen resolutions and whatnot. Now you're going to say, well, why does this, or what does this matter from an analytical point of view? Obviously, if you find out, for example, on your audience overview that 3,725 people came through this particular screen resolution, you might want to check that your website's optimized for that screen resolution and stuff like that. So you can see how people are hitting your website, what resolution they're using, what operating systems they're using, and try and tweak your website in accordance with those stats. Active users, so you see the kind of volume of active users that have been in your website, whether that's 1 day, 7 day, 14 day, 28 day. So again, there's not much you can do with active users. It just shows you the kind of figure of active users that are on your website. Lifetime value. I don't have anything set up here because normally my website's for information only, so I don't really track the revenue per customer. But if you had an e-commerce website, then you'd be able to track the lifetime value of your clients and where they're coming from, and do some figures from that. Sadly, I don't have that set up, and I will show you later on how to set up everything and track everything. But lifetime value isn't something I personally focus on, purely because my website is normally full of tutorials and stuff like that. Cohort analysis, again, it's a new thing that's in beta, and again, you can kind of see various dates and user retention and stuff on there. Audiences, no data whatsoever there. Again, it's something that's new. User Explorer, it's giving you various analytic IDs, that it just gives, it assigns a unique number to each device which users engage with your content. Demographics, this is obviously something that would be quite important, especially if you're going to be doing retargeting or anything like that. So demographics, you can see here the ages of the people that have been in the website, and 18 to 24, 24 to 35, and so on. So you can see that a lot of the audience that comes onto my website is primarily male, and they are of all different ages there. I've had people on my website of every age bracket going on, but you can break that down by age, and you can also break it down by gender, and you can obviously see the pages per session, bounce rates, blah 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 blah, and it just gives you a kind of overview as to whether it's males or females. And again, that's not something I'm too fussed about for my particular niche, but if you're selling specific products or whatever, then you may want to, and you're doing any kind of retargeting, and it's more males buy your product than females, or vice versa, then you can filter all that down. You've also got the interests tab here, and it will show you the kind of interests of the people that have been hitting my website there. So you can see various interests on there. Affinity categories, again, just some more categories and stuff like that. In market segments, more data, other categories. Again, it just shows you other categories and stuff from the people that are interested in my website. So interest can be good if you're going to be doing retargeting and stuff, in order you can retarget people based on interests. Geo is obviously the language, the people speak in the location that they're based in. So you can see a lot of people on my website are English US speakers, English GB. Italy, I was speaking in Milan last week, so I'm assuming that's where that's coming from, and various other ones further down the line. Location. So you can see a whole map here for the location of where people come to, but you can see primarily out of all those people, a lot of them do come from the UK, which is where I'm based. But you can see I still get a lot of traffic from various other parts of the world, and that may be through videos or whatever it may be. And I also do a lot of Facebook and other social media retargeting. Behaviour. So you can obviously see the behaviour of your customers, whether it's a new visitor or returning visitors. New visitor is basically people, their IP address hitting your website for the first time. Returning visitors are people who have been your website previously. Frequency and recency, self-explanatory. And you can see there, the frequency and recency of the people that come onto the website, and you can see quite a lot of people come to the website for the first time and have viewed a lot of pages, but you can see there's people that have been on the website up to 200 times, not a huge amount of them, but yeah, and it shows you kind of what page views they're doing. Engagement, so you see a lot of my stuff gets seen between 31 and 60 seconds. Second, 0 to 10 seconds could be people just not interested in what I've got to say or whatever, but you can see there the kind of engagement the website gets. Technology is more about browsers and operating systems, so more data from there. Not a lot you can do with that, to be fair. Network, so all the other kind of networks. Mobile stuff, so mobile overview will show you whether people look at your desktop, mobile or tablets. You can see primarily desktops and mobiles, and a very small amount of people use tablets to view my website, or they have done in the past few days. And it also shows you the mobile devices, so there obviously is a mixed range in there, the main one being an Apple iPhone, but I think there's quite a lot of other stuff going on there. So obviously there's that many different devices out there, it's impossible to track all of that. So cross-device is something else that's new. Device overlap, you can set all this, activate Google Signals, device paths, channels, acquisition device. It's not something I have set up, something that is new. It's in beta mode and not something that I have a huge amount of information on. Custom variables. I don't have any set up, but you can set up some custom variables if you've got e-commerce websites, which we'll come to later. Benchmarking. So you can just see some nice graphs and colours and stuff like that. And you can see a lot of the stuff comes through social and organic search. And again, benchmarking against location. So it'll have green and reds, and if there's up and downs, and you can see positive and negative stuff going on in the location side. And you can also see mobile, desktop, tablet. Users flow gives you a nice kind of dashboard, especially if you're reporting to clients. You can see, where people start on, which is my home page, get into the Money Robot overview to SEMrush Keyword Magic Tool, and so on. So you can kind of see the flow of what users are doing on the website. Acquisition, quite an important page when you're reporting to clients. And again, I've got no conversions set up because I don't sell a lot, but we're going to go into conversions at the end. You can set up a goal and trigger conversions there as well. But importantly, for an information website like mine, what I want to do is see where my traffic's coming from. And you can see that a lot of my traffic comes from organic search, referral traffic, social, direct, and email marketing. So you can click on that and drill down further into it, what keywords people used, and so on. And drill down into that data, check out how many pages per session were on there, and various other aspects of that as well. You can also look at a tree map, which is more for if you want to kind of show clients, a nice kind of colour chart thing going on, but it's not something I really worry too much about. Now, source medium, it's going to tell me whether it's Google traffic, YouTube traffic, SEMrush, Twitter, Pitchbox, and various other aspects that are on there. You can also check your referral traffic, which you can see there. If you have Google Ads set up, it will have, this part will contain all your Google AdWords campaigns. I don't have that set up, so it's not going to be able to show me that. But again, if you were going to go through this, it's going to show you your campaigns, it's going to show you the tree map again. It's then going to show you the keywords that are working well for you, the search queries, the hours of day that people are hitting your website through your Google AdWords. So again, you can show your ads on AdWords at specific times of the day, and you can certainly see from here whether people engage with your ads at certain times of the day. And if they don't, then you can obviously switch your ads off at that point. And you can also click on the final URLs. Search console. Again, I don't have my search console tied up, I don't believe, to my analytics. No, I do. So you can kind of see all the data here from Search Console tied in, and it will show you what landing pages are working, what countries are hitting the website, the devices again. It's more repetition of data on here, so you can see all of that kind of stuff. Devices, queries, Black Friday SEO deals, and so on. And then it goes into your social side of things, and it will show you that I've got all of these kind of social media platforms sending traffic to my website. Sessions via social referrals, 2,700. Not sure how I get 22,000 sessions, retweets and stuff like that, I would imagine. Network referrals, again, just shows you what's working. I had paid Quora traffic on my online course. I had paid Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and all these kind of things. So I would expect to see that network referrals. Landing pages, it's just going to show you the landing page data, what people were landing on. And again, that landing page there is a popular video that I had. That's my home page. Then Black Friday, which I would again expect to be up there given it was last week that deal was on, and conversions would show up here if I had them set up. Plugins, again, I don't have set up. You can measure your on-site engagement with plugins. And then you've got social users flow, so you can see that they go from YouTube onto there and then go on to various other parts of my website or whatever it might be. You can also see that my Quora ad directed people straight from Quora right onto my Black Friday offer. So I'm more than happy with that. And you can obviously then go into campaigns, see all your campaigns, paid keywords, which I don't have, organic keywords. And if you had everything all tied in, you could then have your cost analysis in there. But again, I'm not an e-commerce provider, but you can set all of that kind of stuff up. Behaviour. Now you can see where the users are going and what page views and pages they're hitting on my website. Behavioural flow will show you the diagram of what the users are doing when they're on the website. It will also show you all the pages, content, landing pages, and even exit pages. So you can look at exit pages to see what pages people are leaving the website on, and you can obviously look at those pages to find out why they're leaving. But obviously you've got landing pages and content drill down as well, which all just show you data, page views and stuff like that. You've then got site speed. So you get a site speed overview. You can obviously see the average load speed on different devices, browsers and stuff like that. You can obviously drill it down into page timings, speed suggestions, which is taking a bit of time. And then user timings, which isn't set up. You can then go through site search. That's not set up. Events I don't have set up. So if you want an event to happen on your website, you can set that up as well. So I've not got any of these other things set up at the moment. It really depends on your website, what you want to do and what you want to track in terms of customer behaviour. So the last one here is conversions. Now, conversions is not something I track, as I said earlier. My website's more about information only. Obviously, I did sell a course, but I wasn't too fussed on the conversions. I can see what sales I get. It's only one course. But what you can do is monitor your conversions here, so it would show you that you sold 20 products, 50 products, or whatever it is in that period of time. And to set up a goal, it doesn't always have to be a sale. It can be someone downloading a PDF. It can be a number of different things. So you just follow what I just done there. I'll just go back. So you just click in Goals Overview and then Set Up Goals. Click the red part, which is New Goal. And it could be a reservation, someone making a payment, an appointment, an affiliate submission, creating an account, could be a contact form being filled out, getting an estimate or whatever. Or you can set up a custom one. So if someone paid for something and then went onto a thank you page, then that could be triggered as a conversion, which a lot of people do. So you can set up conversions on your website, and that can be be as a result of a number of different things. You may classify a conversion as someone filling out your contact form. It may be a product sale, it may be something else. That is entirely up to yourself. Then you would stick in here, when you were looking at your conversions, you'd be able to see the goal URLs, funnel visualization, goal flow, all of that kind of stuff, and it would show you your product performance and everything else, time to purchase, and a whole lot of different stuff within the conversion part. That's obviously something you have to set up on your analytics to measure time to purchase and various other aspects of the kind of sales process. So analytics overall can provide you with a wealth of data, as I'm sure you can see. How much of that you actually use is entirely up to yourself. You can go all out and analyze every last aspect of your website. I'm not an over analytical guy. I think there's certain parts on here I use, certain parts that I don't. It's really down to personal preference and what you want to analyse. I want to add content and links to my website more than sitting scrummaging through data. But as I say, whatever works for you is best. So that is how to kind of interpret the data on here. And there are other loads of YouTube tutorials that I'm sure you'll find if you want to go into all the nooks and crannies of analytics, but that's a kind of brief overview for you.